Oh, hey, glad you could join me today. This is Jerry Van Runk with a slice of toast from the Bread Alive. How are you? You know, I was just looking at 1 Corinthians chapter 9. I came across that, life isn't easy. Do you know what I mean? When I was in high school, I was a wrestler. And then I tried football and I didn't do very well, and they told me to go out and join cross country and become a runner. And I didn't enjoy it, but I did it, and I come to the place that I realize that there's something about us. Paul says in the 19th verse, he says, even though I'm a free man with no master, I become a slave to all the people to bring many to Christ. And that's how I feel we ought to be. When I'm with the Jews, I live to bring the Jews to Christ. When I was with those who follow the Jewish law, I lived under the law. Even though I'm not subject to law, I did this so I could bring to Christ those who are under the law. And when I'm with the Gentiles who do not know or do not follow the Jewish law, I live apart from that law so that I could bring them to Christ. But I do not ignore the law of God. I obey the law of Christ. When I am with those who are weak, I share their weakness, for I want to bring the weak to Christ. Yes, I try to find common ground with everyone, doing everything I can to save some. I do everything to spread the good news and to share its blessings. Don't you realize that in the race, everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose in every step. I'm not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body like an athlete. I train it to do what it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I might be disqualified. And I read that and I have to ask myself, the God of all mercy, the God of all grace, the God that loves me more than anything else, He's put me in this race. We're born into the race. Every one of us is born with a purpose. Jeremiah 29:11 says, I know the plans that I got for you. And I know that God's got a plan for me. He's got a plan for you today. Sometimes it gets tiring and wearing when you're running. When I was running that cross country and I was trying to keep up, I want to tell you, there were times when I was ready to give up, and yet somebody right beside me would say, hey, come on, you can do it. Let's do this together. Let's at least finish the line. And I'm asking you today, you know what? The person that wins the race with God is the one that goes across the line. The Bible says, he that endures to the end shall win. I want you to pick yourself up today and look around you and see if there's not somebody somewhere that's weak and say, hey, come on, we can do it. Run to win. Finish the race. God bless you. This is Brother Jerry with a slice of toast from the Bread Alive.